that you have this.
Oh,
Yeah,
tag.
so professional.
I know. I'm like, I need one.
Are we live? Hi guys! Thank you for being patient with us, and welcome to our monthly live. You know, because we're so excited. Today we have two guests sitting right next to me, and we have Jenny Barilla.
Hi, guys.
There's Jenny. And Jenny, really quickly, how many years have you been in the new home sales business?
20 years.
Are you sure? I think you only look like you're 22.
Of course, right. Yeah, I started when I was 2. So, yeah, I've worked for Richmond American Homes previously for 8 years and then Lennar for 13. So,
And I followed you from Richmond all the way to Lennar, all the way to this table.
yep.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much. We all need pens. And Marina,
Yes.
tell us, where are you from?
I'm actually from Europe, from Serbia. And I moved here a long time ago in 1984.
Okay.
And I started new homes. I had career in airline, and I started new homes in 1996.
Wow.
Back with the companies that don't exist anymore, Pacific Homes. And
Since 1996?
yes,
Really?
1996, old Green Valley Ranch.
Oh
when
my
it was so
gosh.
far away, there was nothing there.
That's amazing.
long
Oh my
time.
gosh.
Went through so
There
many
was like
buildings.
no Summerlin yet.
No,
or not that
Green Valley
Summerlin.
Ranch is the first
Yeah.
community
Yeah.
in Vegas, right?
Yes, was selling that for Pacific Homes.
What was the price point then for, any of the
70,000, 75,000.
70,000?
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
and what is your price point now in your community?
High fives, about mid 600s
And where are you at?
at the Lake Las Vegas, Century Communities, Bluffs too.
Oh, I've been to
Yes,
Bluffs too.
yes, you
It's
did.
beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's single stories and it's like
Yes.
flexible and like you are a
Beautiful
little
floor
bit
plans.
higher in
We're
elevation.
high. We're all the way on the top of the mountains, actually tucked in between the mountains and the canyons.
Which hotel are you guys? Like, as you go into Lake
No,
Las Vegas,
You
are you
actually
by?
go the first right, going
Oh,
all the
okay.
way up, so
Okay.
we're not close to the hotels.
Yeah, it's
right
so
now
beautiful.
there's Lennar, Lago del Sol,
Yeah.
us, and Taylor Morrison.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
It's beautiful.
Who
Love it
has
out
the most inventory in Lake Las Vegas?
As
You
far as
think?
new home builders,
Yes,
I think inventory. I think it would be us.
Yeah, inventory would be you.
It would be Century Communities because we do completed homes and we sell them that way.
So if you're paying attention, when she says that she has the most inventory, that means that she will have the best deals.
Absolutely, we have great deals. We actually have one of the best deals right now.
Okay, so what would be considered like a deal? So tell our audience, because, educate us. What is a deal?
One of the greatest things for the realtors, we have 5% co-op. So the other thing is we have about 50,000 in incentives that it's a flex, so you can use whichever way suits the best situation for your own situation. And then we also have all these great rates.
So, okay, my math is not the best, okay?
Okay.
But let's do this calculation. If your property is going at like 500,000,
It's actually going 600, let's
okay,
say.
let's say 600,000, and then what is so 50,000 would be
It's actually that 50 usually buyers like us to pay closing costs, so I would deduct about 20,000, and then we have about 30,000 to
For a rate
deal
buy
with,
down?
Not for a rate buy down. We still have rate buy down in addition
Wow.
to your 30,000.
Yeah,
so,
that's pretty good.
So we have excellent right
Okay,
now.
so-
It's for very limited time till the end of the month or right around the holidays.
okay. So let's say the price of the home is 600,000, and you have 50,000 for incentives for the buyers, not including a rate buy down. We'll talk about that rate buy
Or
down next.
commissions, right? So it doesn't include
Yeah, it doesn't
the
include
agent
that.
commissions either.
Right.
That is crazy.
So what? So
That's
of
a
the
lot.
50,000, what can we do? We use that for closing costs.
Yeah, exactly. So,
So how
usually they like
much-
for 20. So I would say about 30,000 to deduct from the price. So if our price was
Oh, so you
because
can
home goes all the way from 610 to 680. So if we deduct 30,000, you're on many of them you're lower than five, like high fives.
Oh,
580,
so you
585.
get a price reduction.
Yes.
Right.
And then the balance you use it towards.
Closing costs.
Towards
or
closing
reinsurance.
costs.
Yes, exactly.
Oh wow! So people are not only getting a price reduced, they're getting their closing costs paid,
Yes,
and they're getting a rate buy down.
exactly.
Wow. So normally, like typically, in Lake Las Vegas, what are you seeing? How many homes sold per month?
I'm trying to think. It's probably, you mean for the new home builders? I would say lately, maybe total per month is for the builders that I'm about 15, I would say, to 20.
That's still a good number,
it's
right,
still a good
Jenny? What do you
number.
think?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What size of homes do you have, and what type of homes?
They're all single story.
Okay.
And they're 1863 to 2300. They're all single story.
okay, and what's your buyer profile typically?
It's really early retirees, young and professional, and retiree. That's
Okay.
what
Yard
seeing.
sizes?
They are about, because they're single story homes, they take the most. So they're
Yeah.
about 16 to 20 by 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Still
low-
nice.
low
You can-
maintenance.
Low maintenance, and
Yeah.
you can put this, a lot of our homeowners have pool, which kinds pool, 10 by 14, 8 by 14.
Yeah.
Some of them have little wraparound, so they'll have pools too.
Is there a possibility that they can build the pool at the same time there?
Oh, no.
No? Okay.
Yeah, no. Only once they close. I think that's all went a few years back, or maybe 10 years
Yeah.
back, due to appraisal and everything.
No, totally. You're
Yes.
right. It has. I haven't seen anyone, maybe
Some
except.
builders do it, but it's called a dig and hold. So they allow for, if it's within like 3 to 4 months of construction, they allow for a company to come in and dig and then hold it. And then if they can finance it, they can finance it within the home itself. But typically, for appraisal reasons, you'll be paying it cash. So it's not too many people will do it, but it's allowed every once in a
The only
while.
thing with us, we don't build new from dirt up. We sell completed home.
Yeah,
So that's,
that makes sense.
it's-
Yeah.
And you know what? It makes it so easy. Nowadays, I think that agents would be like shocked when
Right.
they would be like, what is a structural upgrade and
Yeah.
what is a finish upgrade and how much money do you need down for?
Yeah.
And then they would still have to go to the studio and select the upgrades,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Because even now we have a lot of agents asking us, okay, what's standard, what's not standard? Well, now everything is standard. I mean, it's not everything standard, but we included everything. We
Right.
built in, and that home that we're selling, it's really everything included because we upgrade with all these upgrades that we saw that buyers wanted historically. So
Okay, so you guys are pre-selecting the
we still, yes.
Yeah, pre-selecting the upgrade, so the different lots will have a little bit of a different upgrade
Correct.
in
Yes.
price, so they're
Yes.
not going to look
Yes.
exactly
We
the same.
changed. We have different packages, so we changed. It will be different cabinet color, flooring. So yes, we change, and we change which model we put. So some will be 2-bedroom in a den, 3-bedroom in a den, 3-bedroom, one with a little guest quarters, one without. So yeah,
So you really get to see what you're buying.
exactly.
Yeah. A lot of buyers really
Yes.
want that. So.
So Marina, what is if you remember, I'm sure you probably calculated like what is the price point of somebody's payment? Let's say I don't think you're selling to first time home buyers, right?
We are not,
you?
and it's a little bit hard because we're getting a lot of buyers with who either pay cash or
Right.
who put a big loan amount down. So if I tell you their payment is $1,200 or $2,000, that's not realistic because the other buyers probably the payments will be in between $4,000 and $5,000.
4,000 and
Like, yeah,
5,000.
with everything total. Yes, with
Gotcha.
HOAs and everying.
Is there any way, since you're giving away $50,000, which is a humongous amount of money, is there any way that they can use that to, additional to the rate, like to buy more of it down? So what is the rate
we
today?
actually have really, really great rates. We have we predominantly have conventional buyer and sometimes VA. We're a little bit out of FHA limits,
Yeah.
but we have right now we have 7.6 ARM starting at 3.875 for the first 7 years, and then every 6 months adjusted after that.
3.675.
Yeah,
It's a conventional.
3.785.
3.7.
And they qualify on that amount.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then we also have 4.875, and that one is that one is for 30 years. Or
so
we
it's a
can
fixed rate.
yes, it's a fixed rate.
Yeah.
Yes,
Pretty good, right?
And that's a conventional.
conventional
loan.
too. Then we have VA also at
Zero
3
down.
point with 3.875 or
Is that 30-year fixed?
Yes. No.
That's
no.
also
it's
the
a
ARM,
buy
the
downs. Yes.
7.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So a
Yeah.
payment, in your community starts at about, like a typical one
Yeah.
would be about 4,000.
Yes, I would say that.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
If
And
they're not putting large amount down.
are they going to, like, the people who come and they're interested, are they mainly people who live in Vegas, or do you see, people from out of state?
Actually, I was just working the other day, and even today with a couple from France who have business in Vegas. So we see foreign national loans. We have,
You have foreign national loans?
our builder doesn't, but they have.
They could.
I'm sorry, lender.
Outside, like an
yes,
outside
yes,
lender?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have people from California a lot. We have people from Laguna, from Irvine. They have even second home. They keep a second home bought a second home with us. And I think name it. It's like Chicago, New Jersey.
So do you see more, like 50% more than, like, they're coming from a different city, or do you see locals?
We see a lot of locals.
Is it 50-50?
I think 75-25, 75 out of state to 25 locals
Oh
right
my
now.
gosh, that's a
Yes.
really high number, yeah?
A lot of people coming for the tax advantage
Yes.
and then also the weather.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have a lot of those natural disasters that are
Yes.
happening right now. So, yeah, it used to be California, but now we're getting more into the, like, Midwest, Chicago, New York, even, like, Carolinas and stuff. So, yeah.
What is the best advice, that you can give? And I'm going to ask you this twice. Like, the first one is, what is the best advice you could give a buyer right now? And this is because you've had how many years of experience in this?
30.
30. Oh my gosh.
But it wasn't always the market like this.
Right.
The best advice, I would say, everybody's waiting for something.
Okay.
I would say don't wait. There's
Why?
always
Why don't you wanna wait?
Because we so they're waiting for interest rates to go down. Let's
Right.
put that one.
Right.
Well, we already have great rates.
Yeah, you already
they're
have great rates.
6.5 regular rates. They're not
Right.
going to go up to 2% anymore. So they may be going
No.
down that we already have. We have
Right.
4.875.
But you know what? I don't think, and this is me, sorry, I'm interrupting you, that I don't think that the builders are going to drop more rates if the rates come down.
That is correct. That's what I'm saying. What are they waiting? Builders are doing it right now, so that
Exactly.
the buyers are not feeling it.
Jenny, how
a
much?
lot of the rates
Yeah.
don't have prepaid penalties.
Exactly.
So they're able to refinance. And that, I
Absolutely.
think that's where the education comes from is, making sure buyers are educated on how financing works. And, that they are able to get this low rate. And if it does go down, there's no penalty in refinancing. So I think it's just education. That's it. Just making them aware of, what their buying power is and what they can do in the future without waiting.
Yes.
So I'm going to calculate this really quick. All right. Let's say you're giving $50,000 right now, 50,000, right? And it costs the builder a lot of money
lot
to
of
get,
money.
to this 8.75%. My guess is like maybe 22,000.
Probably.
Okay, so if I add 50,000 to, like, let's just say 20,000, right? And then not including agents' commissions, it's costing the builder like
Yeah.
$70,000. That is a lot of money.
A lot of money. When the
Yeah.
rates come down, pretty much the prices will go up.
Right.
And then
And
also,
they're not gonna have to give this away.
Exactly.
So the builder is just like, oh my God, can you please hurry up? Right?
Yeah.
It's a great time to buy now because builders are starting to give those incentives that they weren't doing before. Even just a year or two ago, they weren't doing those incentives at all, nor the rates.
Yeah, nor the commission.
Well, definitely
nor the
commissions,
commission,
but
right?
So right now, a lot of builders are adding incentives, incentivizing agents. So it really is
gosh.
a good time to buy a
But
new
the thing
build.
is, most people are like, again, they're still waiting.
They're still waiting.
Why? What do you think
well,
is
exactly
in their
what
mind?
Jenny said, exactly, they're not educated and they're thinking they're going to get better deal, but they're really, when they sit down with us and you show them, it's really no need for waiting. It is really the best time to buy now. Yes.
So, what would you give, from your experience for, very quickly, like the best advice for a realtor? Somebody who you see all the time and you're like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Just tell us the truth.
The best.
And obviously, I'm not asking you to tell us who it is, but in those experiences, you're like, oh my gosh, please do this.
Well, the best advice I have, and probably you will agree with me, do not stop the sale, please.
Do not stop the sale.
Because
like a roadblock?
Like a roadblock. A lot of builders, realtors bring their clients and they have a list of properties they want to visit. And then we show them and we can feel that the buyers just like really loved it.
Yeah.
But then the realtor says, no, but I have all this I want to show you. And then they go and they get so confused.
Yeah.
So when you have too many choices, it's just they got confused and they end up going, okay, I have to think now. And then they go home and sometimes they don't buy, or sometimes it takes much longer than if they just stop at that moment and let us take over. It would be probably a done deal.
You know what, Jenny? I know you're a closer. Girl, you've been closing houses. Tell us what you think, because you're also an expert in this.
I would say along those lines, mine would be one, find an agent that, with different builders that you work with that can help with the process, and bring your buyers at least somewhat pre-qualified. Make sure that they're in the price point that is affordable. A lot of times agents will bring in buyers and you're in 500,000 and really their buying power is really 300. We have that, but now you got them excited about something that really isn't going to work for them. So I would say that, and then finding agents that you work well with within your style of selling as well, because I think that's a big part of it, is maybe clashing a little bit. But if you find those really good agents that you work with, they really do help a lot. And then I would say same thing is, if a buyer's ready to move forward, let them move forward. I mean, we, as a builder, we're doing kind of the next steps all the way along. So we're prepared for them to purchase sometime same day, sometimes the first home they see. Yeah. So, it's okay to do that if they're educated about everything that they're buying. And that's part of what a new home consultant does.
So as we wrap up, right, what is the one thing about new construction that you think would surprise most people?
Oh, that's a very good question. Very good question.
Okay.
Help me, Jenny.
I would say that we actually help with the entire process.
Right.
So from, just the beginning stages to building a home, to walking the home, construction, customer service, warranty. It's all the way through. It's working with the builder and a team with the builder. I believe that, maybe agents or buyers aren't aware how much work that we do on our end and how easy it could be for an agent, and then also how helpful it is for a buyer to have not only an agent, but also, a new home consultant that works hand in hand. And then you got your loan officers, you've got customer service, you've got the warranty. There's the whole process is there and done for you.
But you know what, since we have her here, can you tell us, like, really quickly, like, what is the advantage of a Century Community property?
What is advantage?
Yes.
I think that Century really builds beautiful homes. They're almost stepped next to the custom homes. We have even people who are looking at Blue Heron and wanting to buy our homes, which is a compliment. They're quite closest to the custom built home. The other thing, we built in all the very popular master plan communities.
Master plan communities.
Absolutely. And we built where in a lot. 2 years in a row, we are one of the most trustworthy, out of 100 in the world, of the most trustworthy company to work with. And just, I blanked for the moment. I was thinking in terms, what, but absolutely agree with Jenny. They don't really realize how complex our job is actually, that we have so many hats, not just being a Vanna Whites and beautiful homes. There's a lot that we do from the beginning to end, and being in contact and building relationships and with the realtors, with the lender, as you mentioned, everybody.
What is the warranty looking like?
Warranty is 1 year's. Bumper to bumper, second year mechanicals, and 10 year structural.
10 year structural.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to say that Century has one of the best customer service after you buy the home.
Well, we're glad to hear that.
Personally, I'm pretty sure it's because I know who one of them are.
Okay.
But also they really care about the clients.
Yeah, we do care. We do care.
Yeah, and if you call them, I've seen it where they'll tell you, okay, we're gonna. Even though this is not, something that it's not within the, when you have to stick talking about it's not within the range, but they still try to figure
make
out,
it right.
Yeah, and make it right. Yeah.
Totally.
My brother actually owns a Century community property.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What areas is Century in?
We are in Lake Las Vegas,
Okay.
Cadence. We just opened a few communities on the southwest side, and Sky Canyon. We have a lot of communities in Sky Canyon.
Southwest, I want to say Charities over there. That
Ironwood.
community. Yeah, Ironwood is, I've been there. It's beautiful. And it's got high ceilings. The moment you open the door, you see this high, you don't see builders building like that.
That's our homes in Bluffs too. Yeah, when you come in, it's about 13.8 ceilings and then 10-foot ceilings everywhere.
That's nice.
else.
A lot of buyers
ceilings, even on the second
really
floor?
want that.
Oh, we're all single.
floors.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, yours is really high ceilings.
Yes.
Marina, what is your phone number in case our audience wants to, get in touch with you?
Absolutely. My phone number is 702-326-4892. And I'm at Bluffs 2 at Lake Las Vegas. And thank you for having me.
Thank you
ladies.
so
Thank you,
much.
Marina.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you let's
see.
yeah, if we can bring Chuck in. But in the meantime, if you guys audiences, you guys have any questions for us, I would love to see some questions that you have. I would, let's see. What would be the best reason for someone to buy a new build versus an existing home? Okay. I think that's really, really simple. It's because, in this market, this is not a normal market, right? So in this market, to buy a new home literally it's like the cheapest way to get into home ownership. I just told you, and we just calculated, the new home builder is literally paying $70,000 for you to own a home. And that is from Century Communities. Different builders are paying different amounts. And we're gonna, also, hello there, we have, hi Chuck, come on in. Chuck is from Pulte Homes, but let me finish the question. And that is, the key is that new homes, technically you don't have to fix them for 5 to 10 years, right? Repair costs is less. And also, again, the main thing is the least amount of money coming in, to be a homeowner. And again, that is not the normal, but because of the market that we're in right now, it's become the norm because the builders figured it out, right? Yeah. So I wanted to introduce Chuck. He is our second part of the show. Yes, and Chuck
I
is.
believe you guys.
Yes, thank you again
you're
for coming,
welcome. And don't forget your stuff.
Oh, yes, I will.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
having me.
Thank
Hope to
you.
see you.
Yes.
I'd love to.
Yes.
Bye.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Maria. You too.
All right, Chuck. So, where are you from?
From Henderson.
Chuck is international. He speaks multiple languages.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Cantonese and Mandarin.
So, is it true that people from Hong Kong only eat duck on like the 5th and the 15th?
No, we eat that all the time. Morning, lunch, and dinner. Actually, we don't really eat duck. We eat goose.
Goose. You know what? I've never had goose. I'm
don't
so
think I have
excited
either.
to one day try it. Oh, totally. But Chuck, there's no goose here. So can we concentrate about what you do in Vegas?
Well, I'm a new home sales agent with Pulte Homes. So just like the previous lady, work for a developer. The builder would buy land and then come up with different floor plans and pricing, and then have the models available open to see. And then when customer is interested, we'll go through the sales process. Hopefully we could make their dream come true.
So I want to share something that a lot of people don't know about Pulte is that they bought American West Homes and they have the most unbuilt land as far as a builder goes. Like you guys have the land, right? Like
Well-
the most amount of land.
By purchasing another builder allows us to acquire the land that they own as well. So obviously we will continue to look at land opportunities. It's just that if a piece of land is available for sale, other builders will be looking at it as well. So there will be competition.
So, can you tell us what is the difference, between Pulte Homes versus like American West, the way you guys built?
Not sure. Well, we still keep the American West brand alive. Well, probably that's not the best way to say it. So because the brand has a
Strong
very good
following.
recognition. Yes, a lot of people have bought from American West, and so we don't want to completely take that name off the Las Vegas real estate market. So as far as the Pulte distinction, we do offer a little more. As far as it just depends on the community, though. So some of the communities that I have would have a little more options. Maybe the personalization process. The buyer will have the opportunity to go to the design studio to make many of the choices. There will be a design consultant that will spend at least half a day to go through the choices. The American West process is a little more streamlined. Most of the items are selected at the sales office. So just to cater to a different buyer profile. People that wanted a simple process, maybe not wanted to be a little bit overwhelmed. But then again, either way, if a buyer chooses an American West home or a Pulte home, that person is still getting a very good quality home. Yeah.
Perfect.
Have you guys kept America West, their 3 stories and the rooftops?
Yes, we actually took over some of their designs and we put some modern touches to them and improve on them, and they sell very well.
Yeah.
Where I work, there are
Some
quite
of
a
them
few
are
3-story
huge.
homes.
They're beautiful.
They're like 5,000 square. This is called the Victoria.
I
or
think the
something.
biggest one is not exactly 5,000, but almost
Yeah,
4,800-ish.
Yeah.
They're for a specific buyer, but there's buyers out there that request it.
The
quite
3-story homes are
often.
unique, yes.
Yeah.
Chuck, I have a question for you. What is in your mind, like, walk us through like a really good deal? What is that looking like right now?
Well, it depends, right?
Okay.
So obviously
Let's start with
Incentives
Yeah,
is-
incentives like on the lower end. Let's just go low and then we can go high. Because I don't know where are you at right now in the Southwest?
My
right?
community is called Paldona. The
Okay.
models are near Rainbow and Ford, just short distance north of Blue Diamond and Rainbow intersection.
Okay.
As far as price point, my community starts at 540,000 range to about 630,000 range. So as far as deals, right, people that come in, they already have an idea how the market is right now. So everyone's competing. Most sellers are competing, right? So inventories have gone up. So as far as good deal, it just depends. Most buyers, the two main things would be what's the discount on the price of the home and what interest rate can you offer.
Correct.
So those are usually the two items that are on the top of everyone's topic. Price is a unique thing because a new home, there's only certain things, there's only so much we could do. We already paid for the land. We already paid for brand new drywall, windows, electricals, roof.
Right.
So there's a certain cost that we have to make sure we cover when we sell a home. And then we also have to make some money on a home too. A new home builder cannot open the doors and break even. So we have to make some money. But usually when I get an offer, I'll see what the manager is willing to work with. And then hopefully we'll work out a solution that's happy for both the seller and the buyer. So what's a good deal would be if you want a dollar amount is very hard though because the more expensive homes you may see some larger discounts. The smaller homes it's harder.
I've seen Pulte home discounts as high as $70,000 for standing inventory.
We have done some of that. Just depends on what's
size.
available,
Right.
how the offer is put together. I also don't want to promise every home we will take off 70,000 because
No, of course, of course.
builder will always look at ways to continue to adjust to the market.
Right. Have you, how about this? Are you guys giving any incentives?
We do. So
Is it in addition to the rate or total?
So in order to get a lower rate, someone has to pay for the cost,
Right.
either the buyer or the seller.
You know, this week's rate for Pulte I saw was 2.5%.
So
That was blowing my mind.
if you see that promotion on our website is a temporary buy down.
Okay.
So the note rate would be 5.5%.
Okay.
But then year one would be 2.5%. Year two would be 3.5%. Year three would be 4.5%. And then year four until the end of the loan, until the buyer either pays it off or refinances, would be 5.5%
But that's
interest rate.
the 5.5% is fixed, right?
The 5.5 would be fixed, but the
Okay.
first 3 years is called a 3-2-1 buy down. But in order to do that, the builder would be contributing anywhere between $30,000 to $40,000 to get that interest rate buy down.
Oh my gosh, 30 to 40.
So there's no magic that we could change the rate. So the cost has to be shown on the closing statement.
Right.
So there's certain federal lending guidelines we have to follow.
So in addition to the rate, is there any other incentive that the buyer has?
Let's say if a spec home is priced at say 700,000, we may also take a little bit off the price of the home as well, in addition to the interest rate buy down promotion. I have to be very careful though. If my boss is listening, I cannot be promising all these numbers.
We're not
and-
asking
yeah.
you to promise anything. We're just trying to see what's going
Generally,
on. Right?
Yeah, and then what about closing costs? Is it just the buy down, or is there a
So
possibility?
depending on how the offer is put together, right? If the buyer says, I want $40,000 off the price of the home and another $35,000 towards financing, we'll have to present it to management and see whether that'll work for us as well.
Right.
So they're looking at the entire offer of what
to
you're
buy down the
turning in.
rate normally it could be between 15 to 20,000, and then closing costs. Typical closing costs could be 10 to 15,000. So there's a certain maximum that we could contribute, but doesn't mean
6%.
yes.
Right.
It's 6% of the base price or the total sales price, whichever is less. But
Or
then again, I
whichever is
also cannot
less.
promise that every deal the buyer will get that much, but just
Yeah,
depends
it just
on
depends on the community and how motivated, the builder is willing to.
What about a fixed rate?
Fixed rate.
Some people get scared of those.
If the buyer wants a
buy-downs.
fixed rate, right?
Yeah.
The lowest fixed rate we can offer on a conventional loan is 4.99%.
Still pretty good.
So-
Very, very good. It's still below market. It's still a rate.
So
buy
we don't
down.
know whether the market will go back to anywhere below 4.99 because we've been spoiled for a low rate by a low rate for so long.
Right.
If it's FHA loan, depending on whether the buyer wants to come out of pocket as far as closing costs, we could easily do about 4.75% rate. VA, we can also do probably 4.75% rate if buyer wants to come in with just minimal besides their down payment and not too much out of the pocket to cover closing costs or rate buy down. Because there's always a cost. It's just a matter of how much
Who's
we
paying?
can cover.
Right. Yeah, that's
There's
what it
always
is.
And
Yeah.
also have to be careful too. There are some lending guidelines as well, because if a buyer is putting minimum down on a conventional loan, we won't be able to contribute that much even if we want to, because there are some lending guidelines that prevent.
Yeah, you got to
the
put at
builder,
least 5%
from-
down. Otherwise, they can't give
5%
you
is not enough, so at least
not
10%.
enough?
Yeah,
10%.
we prefer 20%.
Right.
And investors, that doesn't work for as
Investors
well.
or second home buyers,
Yeah.
no, we're not able to buy down the interest rate because the bank looks at it differently.
The concessions are 2% max on an investor, typically. So yeah.
And of course, interest rate buy down is it's powerful, but every so often we also have cash buyers too. Cash buyers don't really care what the rate is; they just want to get a good price.
So if you're and you know what, in the location that you're in, you probably see a lot more cash buyers.
We
do you
have
guys
some,
give a
yes.
do you give like a flat cash buyer incentive, like
So
discount?
the minimum we will do is 1% towards closing costs, because even when someone's paying cash, right, there are still fees for the transaction, such as title company fees, county property transfer tax, association fees, and there's a few minor prepaids. But then again, let me give you an example. Let's say if a spec home is priced at say 680,000, then if the cash buyer comes in, cash buyer may offer whatever price they want. Now, doesn't mean that we'll accept it. We'll just have to see what the offer is, and then we'll go from there. Because if we do not have to contribute so much towards closing costs and rate buy down, then there may be different things we can offer as far as the price discount. Yeah.
So what is the best advice that you would offer a buyer today?
Knowing what I know, well, obviously the buyer always has a couple of options, right? They could pick a spot and have a home built. It takes about 7 months. The incentive would be that we offer currently is $15,000 credit, and then 3% closing cost incentive when the buyer uses our in-house lender, which is Pulte Mortgage. But knowing what I know, I think the homes that we have already started that have options selected would be, so basically the buyer would get a nicely upgraded home without having to pay the full ticket price. Now, but then again, if my boss is listening, I'm sure he
Your boss,
he or she doesn't like it.
we're
so,
not gonna
yeah,
we're
so,
not gonna share
yeah,
this with your
yeah,
boss. Don't
so,
worry.
I mean, I have two bosses, manager and VP. So
I thought
I'm
you were
sure
gonna
they,
talk about your wife.
I'm sure they won't be happy to hear that I'm promising discounts.
No, not at all. We're just trying to,
The market always changes. I also work the market when there's a waiting list,
Yeah.
and we would not offer anything much, just full price. And if this person's not ready, we'll call the next one. But the market always makes adjustments. Now it's really a good time for buyers to enter the market to take
You
advantage
don't
of
think
what
that
we
they
have.
should wait?
I'm going to tell you, I've been doing this a long time. There's
Hold
a
on,
cost.
how long have
There's
you
a
been doing
cost to
this?
wait. There's a cost to buy. There's also a cost not to buy. So it just depends on what's important to the buyer. From the buyer standpoint is they want the price to go down some more, but there's nobody knows. Nobody knows. And
Right.
let's say if someone waits a year
You can't
to
time the
see
market.
if the price will go down, what if the price doesn't go down, right? But in
Right.
the meantime, that person might have thrown away 1 year's worth of rent money. So
And
nobody
equity
knows.
of what they would have bought. if
And
they
the
would have
incentive
bought.
we offer now may not be available a year from now. So it's
No,
really, yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
I don't honestly. This is my. I've been checking rates every single week for I want to say at least 8 weeks. I mean 8 months. And I see like all these rates. I mean, it's always somewhere hovering between 5%. And then the 7-1 arms usually are like just under 4%. And everybody is like still on the fence. I don't know. I'm not sure. And this is what I see.
Because there are a lot of background noises out there. Because if you talk to your friends, they may tell you different things. If you Go on Zillow. Zillow will tell you price reduction on these 5 homes today. So nobody knows.
Chuck, you own multiple properties. I've looked you up. I know you're a rich guy, but I want to know: are you buying properties right now? Like, I mean, are you? And if you are you buying resale or are you buying new?
Knowing what I know, I would buy new because the price point is not so much different. Now, there's always a premium. A new item should cost more than an old item.
Correct.
It's just that with the new finishes, warranty, sometimes people forget about a couple of things.
Yeah.
Energy efficiency. Someone may save $20,000 on an older home, but then the power bill in the summer could be $500. On a new home,
That is
would
so
be
true.
$200 or
It
less
is.
because it's brand new insulation, brand new windows,
Right.
brand new air conditioning unit. So sometimes people forget about those
And
things.
Pulte builds such a water. I mean, like a airtight home. You have that switch, right, in the laundry room where you have to.
That's
let
for
air
air
in.
circulation, but
Yeah.
what we do is the blown-in insulation behind the walls. So we blow that in. It's a lot more airtight, more efficient. We were also doing cathedralized insulation in the attic, but recently my community switched to the spray foam, which is a lot tighter and more efficient in the attic.
I love this. spray foam.
And our moisture barrier exceeds the standard as well. Most builder has to follow the minimum building code
Correct.
in the state of
It's
Nevada
all
to
the
build
Energy
homes.
Star, is that right, Jenny?
So, but many of the things that
always.
Pulte Home does exceeds the building code.
I honestly, I really like how Pulte builds.
Yeah.
Because, like big brands, Pulte is a big brand too, but they build, at a certain
Quality.
level.
They've
Correct.
always been known for quality.
Yeah.
Definitely.
go
What's the
ahead.
difference, I would say, when you present to an agent or a buyer from buying new versus used? What would you?
Well, would
what
be
is-
about the same thing, right? So
Yeah.
there are choices
you
out
kinda
there.
answered some of
The
those.
existing homes will be maybe a little less,
Yeah.
but then again, you have to really do a lot of looking around to make sure that you find one that's priced correctly in good condition, that also will show well on the inspection report. Sometimes a home may look good from the outside or the cosmetic things, but then when the inspector inspects the home, there may be other items that are behind the wall that need attention. I'm not saying that all resale homes are bad, right? There are some
Right.
good
Right.
ones out there.
Right.
But sometimes it's not just the price of the home, but also the condition. Like I said, energy efficiency, warranty, but also quality of the neighborhood. Let's say a
a
home
good
is in
point.
good shape, but the neighborhood is 20 years old. The neighborhood will only gonna age more. A new community, everything's brand new. Your neighbor's brand new. They're excited to see you. Versus a resale home, the next door neighbor may be the fourth renter that have been there since the previous person bought the home 15 years ago. So I'm not saying that is all bad. Just different things to consider.
Right.
Chuck, what is in your community, what is the minimum payment, like a range, between this price and this price? What are people that are buying there paying their monthly mortgage? And that's just a round idea so that our audience can understand.
Depending on the price range
Yeah.
and also the down payment, right? So
Just
it would
the
be about
average.
$3,000 to about $4,000 a month.
Okay.
That includes principal and interest, also property tax and insurance. It is a lot. Owning a home is going to cost more than rent, but it's different. It's something that the owner's paying towards. So, but then again,
And plus, they can write off the interest.
mortgage interest and
Yeah.
property tax are now we're not tax advisors, so but they are tax deductible.
He is so textbook, isn't
Yeah.
he? I love
okay.
it.
No,
I
but
love
then
it.
again, what if someone comes in with 5
Yes.
kids? They don't
Yeah.
need any more deductions. I'm just kidding.
You know what? I'll tell you, I'm so sorry. You guys are out of the kids game. You only get $1,000 for
Yeah.
each kid deduction. That's it. Literally, your
So
mortgage is
owning
better.
a home is going to cost more, but you have to look at it as almost paying towards your retirement plan.
long term.
So whether it's $500 or $1,000 more a month, eventually you'll own it. The American dream is you own a home, and then when you retire, you have a home that's paid off.
Yeah.
You can keep it, stay there for as long as you want, or sell it and take the money and go somewhere else.
Yeah. invest your money.
Yeah.
I always say rent is 100% interest, if you think about it.
Yeah. That
So-
is a good way
Yeah.
to think about it.
So you're not paying towards anything but it's somebody else's mortgage. So, you
Yeah.
know, you're waiting for interest rates to go down, but your interest rate on rent is 100%.
Sometimes you also have to look at things that cannot be measured by money. It's a pride of home ownership, also a place where you and your family can build memories. So let's say a family that have children, that 20 years later, they can tell the kids, hey, you grew up here. This is a bedroom you slept in. This is where you drew all over the wall and many things. And then the kids could come back and visit next time and tell maybe the grandkids or other things. But Las Vegas is unique. People do move around a lot, but it's still a place to build memories.
But the thing is, you know, if you're a renter, you know, you could get kicked out. I mean, you know, if the homeowner says, oh, you know what, I need it back for my whatever reason, you are 30 days and then you're moving and you have a moving truck and you have all this headache of moving, and it could be summertime. Oh my gosh, can you imagine moving during the summertime?
Yeah. What's your at your community? What are you building there, and how long? You said it takes about 7 months to build, but do you have inventory as
Here.
well?
So I brought the list. I emailed it to
Okay.
Yvonne earlier before I left the office. So we always will have a handful of homes that we have already started building with certain designer options already selected. Maybe better floors, better cabinets, countertops, additional electrical options. So when we build a home, we'll try to build something that would cater to most people's lifestyle so that they don't really have to.
Do anything.
Yes, and then they also have a faster move-in time frame because once in a while I have someone that says I need to be in by November or December, and also as far as the interest rate buy down has to be something that can close sooner because if someone chooses say a corner home site, right, and say I would like this one, I like the house number, I like the phasing, I want to build, it may be March or April completion, and then
And the price is going to go
when
up, right?
when someone goes that route,
Yeah.
well, they start at the base price and then they order what they want from there. But the price of something is different than the value that the person perceives. Though the value of something like that would be they get to pick what they want. Some buyers will pay more for that. But going back to certain homes that we already started, right? In builders' term, those are called spec homes.
Right.
So anything that can close sooner, we would have the interest rate buy down option. But if a home takes 7 months to build, it's almost impossible for us to promise
the
them what the
rate.
interest rate will be. But then again, based on how things are, it wouldn't really change that much. If anything, it may be slightly better between now and 7 months from now.
So Chuck, can you tell the audience what is your phone number in case somebody wants to go to your community, right? And how can they reach out to you?
So my cell phone is 702-275-0811. Once
Zero-
again, it's 702-275-0811.
That is definitely good to know. And, you know, your manager is not going to see this. Don't worry.
So who's going to see this podcast?
So it's going
dark
to be
web?
the dark web. I don't know about that. But I will tell you that, you know, Jenny has plenty of experience. She was with Richmond. Then she moved over to Lennar. And how many years total? Like,
20 plus. Yeah.
Jenny, what is your phone number so that you can also share it with the audience?
So I'm now with EXP, but my phone number is 702-808-0498. Yeah.
And what is it that you want to tell the audience? What is the one thing that is important to you, you know, or giving them an advice, you know, for new homes because you have the experience?
Yeah, I would say just get a hold of either myself or Yvonne, and we can definitely educate you on different communities, the areas, what to expect when you go out to a community, just really the whole entire process we can help you with. So the more education you have when you go in, probably the better experience your clients and customers are going to have.
So just to sum it up, I think that we're at a stage where pricing, honestly, I don't think is going to come down.
No.
I think
I haven't seen it
pricing-
go down in a long time.
I mean, even
might be
though-
incentives, but not pricing.
Yeah, but right now I still think that, even with the number, we have the highest inventory as we speak right now. Resale, not even talking about new homes. I know for sure that like Lennar has the highest inventory. They can't sell their homes. They have over 500 homes. They are not listing all of them, but I'm just saying, I don't know how many homes you guys have that are standing inventory. What do you think?
Company-wide?
Yeah, company-wide.
I don't have an accurate number. I want to, well, it just depends, right? Standing is different because most of the homes that are 100% complete, at least at my community, are all sold. The soonest I have is November and December.
Gotcha. So he's actually not in the immediate, he
If you
has
walk
stuff
into
in
a
the
builder
future.
and the builder is desperate and say, I've got these 5 homes sitting here, all completed, then you can decide if you want to work out a deal or not.
Right.
But I don't want to make it sound like it's bad, right? Because
No,
if
it's
they have homes
actually a
sitting
good
there waiting,
thing.
ask
That
them
means-
why. Why do you have so many of them?
But you know what? When they have properties like that, that is when we can make a killing. Literally,
Yes.
we can
Yeah,
score.
but yeah.
The buyer scores. I love it when there's inventory, right? So the other thing is, I like right now. The crazy thing about it is, what for me is the most exciting is, honestly, down payment assistance program. I've seen. Do you guys have that program?
Down payment assistance, we do not. I have to apologize. I looked at it earlier, consulted with our mortgage team. The state of Nevada has the program called Home is Possible. However, there's no free lunch. There's a certain income limit. You cannot make up over a certain amount. Also, there may be a savings requirement, but it's interest rate. So you cannot combine that with our rate buy down. So you're stuck with close to a 7% interest rate because the rates are set by the program. So depending on, could be between 3 to 5% down payment assistance.
So what I've seen, with two builders is that we actually can get buyers between zero down payment literally, and then the interest rates. I know one is set at a below market rate of 5.75%. And if you pay consistently over 36 months, you actually, and here is the most exciting part, you get it waived. So this program will not be forever. If you're interested in something like that, literally, you can buy a property for almost coming in at only $3,000. We got to stack, the down payment assistance program, all the closing costs, right? Not all, but most of it paid by the builder. And then like that is the jackpot. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's actually real right now. I've never in my 19 years ever seen that. Have you guys?
Not with down payment assistance.
Right?
It's fairly new for builders to do that. But yeah, it was never like you said, it was you had a higher interest rate.
Right.
So it was just trying to get in a home and pay that rate. But now they have that. It's only a couple builders, but yeah,
It
it's
is a
possible.
couple builders. You need to call me.
Yes.
My phone number is 702-819-0035. But we're going to interview more builders. If you're interested, DM us directly. Me or Jenny will take your calls, and we can take you to see Chuck, and we can take you to all the communities that you're interested in. So talk soon.
Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, thank you.